What's up everybody, this is Dave here with Comics Games Life, and today's video is on Absolute Superman issue number 3. Now in this issue, we're going to get a peek at Superman's origin story. Now, Absolute Superman's origin story is very different from Prime Superman's origin story, and we're going to get into that as the story moves along. First, we see a younger Kal-El, possibly in his teens, having difficulties in athletics as well as academics. He's not strong or fast enough to potentially make it into the Law Guild, neither is he socially adept enough to make it into the Science Guild. But that doesn't matter because he is so happy in the Laborers Guild where his parents are, being out there working with the people that he loves the most, as well as in nature. Kal-El isn't exactly a big fan of the high rises in the city landscape. He is more at home in the wilderness, in the mountains, in the barren regions of Krypton, also known as the Redlands. Now him and his parents, Jor-El and Laura-El, frequently go on hikes throughout the terrain, but this one they have ulterior motives. While Kal-El is out there thinking that they're going about business as usual, his father and mother are really there to collect red sandstone to use as being a part of their escape plan from leaving Krypton prior to its destruction. But first they have some parent things to handle. Now we're about to see Kal-El go through one of the worst things that most kids have gone through in their life, and that's having an interaction with your parents just after they received a call from your teacher at school. Now no parent gets a call from their kid's teacher saying that they're doing a good job and to keep up the good work. It's always bad news, and in this case, that's exactly what it is. At first, the young Superman's parents give off the impression that they're upset. In all actuality, they're actually proud of the news they hear from Kal-El's teacher, because instead of copying and pasting and speaking verbatim from the Science League's lunarium in all of his school reports, he's putting things into his own words and sharing his own experiences. Now in their society, that's frowned upon. Since Jor-El and Laura-El are rebels themselves, they give their son praise for the freedom of expression that he's showing. They feel that the most important thing in life is following your own path, regardless what the rest of the world around you thinks. And they tell Kal-El that he should keep following his passions, because if he does, he will one day be unstoppable. Not too subtle with the foreshadowing there, but we get what the writer's trying to do. After this moment of family bonding, Kal-El makes a comment, and he says that whatever his path in life, he hopes it brings him right here to this place. Now these are sobering words to his parents because they know exactly what's going on with the planet and it's not going to be here for much longer. And with that being said, his father gets to work mining the red sandstone. Now during that trip, Kal-El was able to feel the tension that his parents were bringing into the atmosphere. Not only that, but when they came home, they were feverishly and tirelessly working in their shops, refining materials, working on equipment and machinery. Now he had no idea what was going on, but he knew that something was up. While sneaking a peek at his parents hard at work, Krypto alerts him to something alarming that he finds outside, and they find a small animal that seems to be dissolving in some sort of acidic gas. But that's not all they find. As they scan the area, they see many more in the same condition, and this is where Kal-El jumps into investigator reporter mode, and he jumps on his little air bike and he scans the territory around their home, and he's seeing all sorts of things going wrong. He sees this same acidic gas seeping up from the planet, and it's affecting agriculture, livestock, fish, the waters. He even delves down deep into one of the mines and he sees that same gas emitting from there too. And it's not just him noticing all this, because all throughout the planet there's all sorts of natural disasters that are happening, and this is totally uncommon. Now the Science League chalks this up to natural gas leaks, and they're completely dismissing any other theories behind these disasters. Now it just so happens that after discovering this, Kal-El and his class take a trip to the capital city of Krypton where they visit the Science League. And on the way there, Kal-El is typing up this report. He's typing up everything that he's seen and witnessed, and he talks about the natural disasters and how it seems like the Science League isn't looking into it deeply enough. But by the time they get there, his report is completely wiped from his computer as well as any other source that it's been sent to. So while the kids are exploring the halls of the Science League, Kal-El takes a detour, and he just so happens to see his father being drug out of one of the offices by some guards. And he's frantically pleading to the guards, telling them that they can't do this, that he needs to speak to the clerics. And he's caught off guard when he sees Kal-El there, but he manages to tell his son to get out of the building and go talk to his mother. That's when one of the guards zaps him in the face with this electric prod. Now I kind of wonder if them being electrocuted in the face is going to be somewhat of a theme that goes throughout this series, because we saw that in the last issue with the interaction between Superman and Lois Lane, where she shocked him in the face like 3 or 4 times. But moving on. Kal-El does something incredibly brave in this moment, and instead of letting his father being abused by these guards, he decides to go toe-to-toe with them. And it happens pretty much how we would expect. He proceeds to attack them with little to no effect, and they slap him in the face and he falls to the ground. But they leave him alone. So this gives him the opportunity to get back home and to tell his mother exactly what's going on. And when she gets the news, she gives Kal-El a quick introduction to Soul, which you see from previous issues is the AI system that is within his suit that gives him advice and tells him what to do and helps him along, but then jumps straight into G.I. Jane mode. And she's like, we are going to get your father back. So they head back to the science league, and she is blowing up this place with this lava gun that she's shooting. She's shooting the guards, she's shooting down the doors. Not only that, but Krypto is there full on with his cape, which we know is made from the red sandstone, which gives them the ability to fly and the ability to shield themselves and to heal themselves. And the guards don't know what to make of this. I guess they're not used to seeing this type of weaponry used against them. So then they start whipping out the grenades. And when this happens, Kal-El goes full on final form mode. And we see this transformation happening with her suit, where she gets a mask and the red sandstone cape comes out. And at this point, she's ready to take on all opponents. And finally, she gets to Jor-El. But while this battle is going on, Kal-El sidesteps into one of the offices, and he learns about exactly what's going on with the Science League, how they're so quick to dismiss all these crazy things happening on Krypton. And that's because they know exactly what's happening on Krypton, but they don't want to alert the public. They don't want to send everybody into a panic. But what they do end up doing is building starships for all the first-class high society people on Krypton. So when the planet does go up, they can escape while leaving everyone else to suffer and die. And as Kal-El discovers this, he goes into reporter mode again, and he puts out a full report about what's happening, what's going on, what the Science League is doing, and he pushes that out to the public so everyone is aware of all the things that they're doing behind their back. Now, after this happens, all three of them are able to escape the Science League building back to their home in the Redlands. And this is where Kal-El confronts his parents. He says he knows that Krypton is dying. He knows that the planet is going to be destroyed very, very soon. And he believes that his parents are going to send him alone on some ship out to some planet that he doesn't even know about or is aware of. And he says he's not going without them. His parents tell him, hey, you're not going alone. We're coming with you. And not only that, we're going to fit as many as our friends and family into this ship as we possibly can. And we're all leaving together. So Kal-El asks the only question that hasn't been answered. And that's, where are we going? Now, on the last page of the issue, we are shown a senior living facility in Smallville. Now, this is current day, and we see some nurses kind of talking about a certain patient and how they feel so bad for her because she talks about her son, and yet no one ever comes to visit. And as we move to the bottom two panels, we see an elderly version of Kal-El. But most importantly, we see the picture that's at her bedside, which is the three of them together, all in their later years. So this picture must have been taken somewhat recently. Now, if you remember back in issue number 1, we saw some pictures of a destroyed Ma and Pa Kent's farm. And I'm pretty sure that these are the aliases that they used when they finally made it to Earth and found a place to call home, so to speak. But what's even more disturbing about this is that you can tell that there's something wrong with Kal-El's mental health, because she's talking about her angel, which we know is probably Kal-El. And she's looking out the window and she's telling him to fly back to her. And it's actually pretty heartbreaking. But I'm really looking forward to see what transpired between the time they landed on Earth and what we're seeing current day. But that is the end of issue number 3. So I like what's going on so far. I like the different ingredients they're adding into the mix because it's adding all kinds of flavors. I just hope that they don't overdo certain things and throw the entire story off balance. But I have faith in the writers, and so far they're doing a great job. So if you like the video, go ahead and like, share, subscribe, and do all that cool YouTube stuff. Other than that, keep on supporting your local comic and game shops, and I will see you guys next time.